Good evening, folks, and welcome to tonight's edition of Live from the Woodpile. Tonight's episode is brought to you by George Nostrand. Great guy from Rutland, Vermont, and great musician, plays in a bunch of bands, and he really promotes a lot of music in the Rutland area. And he's also he's got this thing called a sound space. Nice music room you can rent, all set up. Play as loud as you want so you don't bother the neighbors. Practice with your band. So hit him up. It's a good deal. It's on the first floor of B Music on Woodstock Avenue in Rutland. B Music is a great music store. Go see Brian. He'll fix you up. Shop locally, wherever you are. Support your local musicians and music stores. And the internet's great, but it's killing us all. And it's a little known fact that George Nostrand changed his last name. Used to be something like Amos or something like that. He's just tired of all the publicity. His ancestor there, that was the future foreteller guy, used to be George Nostradamus. Had to get rid of that, but Nostradamus, he George, he has his ancestors' gift. This guy, he can tell the future, and he's right all the time. And he's so sure of himself, he publishes it in the paper, in the Rutland Herald. He'll say, like, ham job. It's going to be at the Hideaway Tavern this Friday night at 10. And it turns out he's right every time. It's amazing. Speaking of ham job, check this out. I got a sticker. These guys are cool. Rutland band. You'll dance all night. You'll love it. If you don't know them, check them out. I saw them recently up to Plattsburgh at the Monopole. Great time. So, Chris Collette tells me I gotta have a sidekick. And so I got here, you might be wondering, this is B- right here. My pal, B-. Say something, B-. No, B- is pretty shy. Not sure what to think of this. And I guess because I said Chris Collette, I gotta talk about him. Damn it all. No, I'm not cursing. That's the name of his band. Another bunch of Rutland boys making good music. So each night I like to try to say something positive. So tonight I want to talk about negativity. A number of years ago, right here between these ears was a whole pile of negativity. And I determined one day just to get rid of it and just think positive things. Stop being so damn negative. And it's been transformative. It's really good for the soul, good for the person. As an example, it's like I was up shopping for some groceries today and standing in my orange section, away from everybody, and reading the signs. Everything's signs now. It's like, we won't put our groceries in your recyclable bags because they have germs on them, and it's fair enough. Don't want to be giving anybody my germs, so it's important these days. Just got to get used to it. So it's like, this is the first time I've remembered my recyclable bags. I'm so proud of myself. And they got a pile of plastic bags on the thing. And I'm like, excuse me, what's with the plastic bags? Because this is, in New York State, plastic bags have been banned. And she tells me that the plastic bag ban has been banned for the time being because of the way things are. I don't know if it's because they don't have any paper bags because we all cut all the trees down or what it is. But anyway, so I put, I can use my bags, just take the product and put it in the bags myself so she doesn't get my germs. So, she says, okay, that'll be $87. And I'm like, $87 for like 2 half of bags full of groceries? And this can be like a stupid blah blah whatever negativity. No, I've got $87 in my wallet, and I just bought 2 weeks worth of groceries. And that's the difference, between having a positive attitude and a negative attitude. If this is something that connects with you, dwell on it for a bit, Like I said, it's transformative. So, what's that? No, we're going to move on here. B-. It's okay. I know this goes a little slow, but you'll get used to it. So right now we're going to have a reading. Don't worry. This is from a book called A Story for My Children, and it's my ancestors who were homesteaders, Pennsylvania to Michigan to upstate New York, and it's short. You'll enjoy it. Chapter 6. Politics and Cows. In 1896 was an election year. McKinley and Bryan were running for office, and our children had their first real taste of politics. They attended the Woodpile Hollow School down the creek, but the majority of the scholars here came from Ridgebury, back on the hill road across the gully from the coal hill. The Ridgebury citizens were Irish and, of course, Democrats. The Woodpile Hollow folks and we were staunch Republicans. During recess and noon hour at school, the Democrats would hurl insults at the Republicans, and the latter would come back at them by marching around the school singing, "McKinley is a wise man, Bryan is a fool. McKinley rides a white horse, Bryan rides a mule." And when the going really became rough for the Republicans, they would hurl back at the predominantly Democrat faction quite as good insults as they received, such as, "Pickled mice and pickled cats are good enough for Democrats." So there. things haven't changed much. Language has gotten a little worse. Perhaps we need a change, another party or something. And you all know what that means. It's time for Fun Factoids. Tonight's fun factoid is about yo-yos. They were, as much as we know, developed back in the Philippines for hundreds of years. And they were called a bandolor. And this Filipino by the name of Pedro Flores came to the U.S. in the 1900s. And he just had a regular job, regular guy. And he decided to make these toys and call them yo-yos. And he did. He started his own company and got bought out by the Duncan Company in the Great Depression for a large sum of money. And you all must know Duncan yo-yos. And today, a good yo-yo can spin for up to 4 minutes. Yes, B-. It's true. I read it on the internet. And you folks must have heard of this gal, this mother that plays the cello and does the yo-yo at the same time. They call her Yo-Yo Ma. Da-dump, dump. Sorry. What's that? No, you can't go now. So, I guess I'll do a song. I call this Mechanic's Rag. I Googled what's the difference between a rag and a reel and a jig. I still don't know. Well, that's that. Thanks for joining me this evening. And as Red Green always says, if the girls can't find you handsome, they might as well find you handy. And I'm handy.